Your morning news now. Over 500,000 people are without power this morning after Zeta made landfall in Louisiana as a Category 2 hurricane. It has since weakened to a tropical storm as it moves northeast. Zeta packed powerful winds, and one person died in New Orleans after being electrocuted by downed power lines. Today, Louisiana's governor is expected to tour the hardest hit regions of the state.
Well, and much quieter here, but we have kind of a roller coaster of temperatures. After temperatures in the 50s yesterday, we're only going to be in the 30s and 40s today, 40s again for tomorrow. Now, a brief warm up for Halloween, topping out in the 50s, but then a cold front comes through, dropping us into the 30s and 40s for Sunday, and then warming back up into Election Day, back into the 50s.
With just a few days to go before the 2020 election, the two presidential candidates are making their final pitches to voters. Democratic nominee Joe Biden and his wife Jill voted in Wilmington, Delaware yesterday, joining the more than 75 million Americans who've already cast their ballots. The president dismissed polls showing him trailing Biden in key states like Michigan, Wisconsin, and Nevada. President Trump will be back in Wisconsin tomorrow for his third stop in the state over the past week. He plans to campaign in Green Bay tomorrow afternoon, followed by a visit to Rochester, Minnesota after. Democrat Joe Biden is also scheduled to campaign in Wisconsin tomorrow, but he has not yet announced where. The La Crosse County Republican and Democratic parties see this week as crunch time to encourage people to vote for their candidates. They only have a few days for one last push, and they are each making the effort to recruit volunteers to knock on doors. To help volunteer for either of the parties, you can visit their Facebook pages.
We would not be interested in moving forward with the project if we didn't feel we had the backing of the community.
Voters in Black River Falls, along with Jackson, Clark, and Monroe counties, have a big referendum on their ballots this election. They are being asked to approve borrowing $23 million to renovate school buildings in the Black River Falls School District. These include Forest Street Elementary School and Early Learning Center and Black River Falls Middle and High Schools. If the referendum is approved, school taxes would not increase. To see more information on this referendum, visit brf.org. Just 3 days after returning to in-person classes, the Onalaska School District is switching back to virtual learning next week. Resources like programs for those who need assistance with virtual learning will resume on Monday. The Holmen School District also announced it's returning to virtual learning starting Monday. The School District of La Crosse and the Sparta School District say they will be extending virtual learning for students. 69 new positive COVID-19 cases in La Crosse County were reported yesterday, according to the state's Department of Health Services. 25 of the cases were people ages 10 to 29. That age range accounts now for 64% of all cases in the county. The county is averaging 49 cases a day over the past week. That is the highest average for the county in a month. New this morning, Gunderson Health System is reminding parents about how to trick or treat safely amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Doctors say everyone involved in festivities this year should wear a cloth mask, sanitize often, and keep a distance from others. If you plan on handing out candy, make sure that any treat is individually wrapped. For adults who plan on hosting a gathering at their home, doctors suggest taking the party outside.
It's a great way to teach the kids that Halloween isn't just about getting something, getting candy, but it's also about giving it.
You and your family have a chance to help community members in need for the annual Fill the Pumpkin Drive. Typically, volunteers from Holmen Lutheran Church collect items by going door to door, but due to the pandemic, the fundraiser is drive-through only. Monetary donations are preferred, but other items like gift cards and non-perishable goods are also accepted. The drive opens at Holmen Lutheran Church tomorrow evening from 4:30 until 6:30 and Saturday evening from 2:30 until 4:30.
Well, temperatures are cool this morning in the 30s, a couple 40s, but I'm going to say they're not going to go up a whole lot from where they are right now. 38 degrees in La Crosse. Black River Falls, you have warmed to 31 after being in the 20s, 35 in Eau Claire, 36 in Viroqua, but still hanging on to the 40s in Prairie du Chien and Boscobel. But we do have a north wind helping to bring in cooler air. but also they're sustained at about 5 to 15. So this is what it actually feels like when you step out the door. Those wind chills are in the 20s and 30s. Now it's going to be a cool day after having temperatures in the 50s for many yesterday. We're only going to be in the 30s and 40s for highs today. Mainly cloudy, a few peaks of sun possible this afternoon. Now tomorrow is going to be another cool day with highs in the 40s. We're into the 50s for Halloween, but that'll be short-lived as we cool down Sunday. Highs near 60 for the middle of next week.
Thank you so much for sharing your morning with us. We hope you have a great day. Stick around now for CBS This Morning, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.